All right, just want you to shake your arms out a little bit first. Over and under. When you take them up and down. Go back and forth, pivot and twist. Put your hands on your hips, just work your neck side to side. Ear to shoulder. Roll, nice and easy.
It's a little choppy in the beginning as people are logging in and everything.
Reverse. Put your feet apart, work your back around. And reverse. I want you to reach down towards one leg, with one hand in front, one hand in back, behind.
Do you want me to download this on there so you can see it on your...
And switch, other side, one hand in front, one hand behind. Reach out through the middle. Hold it. And come on down to your knees. Now the warm-up today is called healing kicks. Now the idea is to try and get your knee up as high as you can and get that kick out as I count. So we're going to do front kicks first, and then we're going to do roundhouse. Whoa, see, he's going to work your bounce out to the side, knee comes up, kicking out, and then we're going to do side kick, really thinking about foot position. The roundhouse is pointed, the side kick is going to be out like that. It's going to be a little challenging. All right, we're going to do 5 with the front kick, now we're going to do 5 push-ups. Now we're going to do 5 with the roundhouse. Now we're going to do 5 push-ups. Now we're going to do 5 with the side kick. Again, 5 more push-ups, right? So do your best to follow and keep those hands up. Doesn't matter which leg you start with. We're only going to do 5. All right, so front kicks first. Ready? Hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And push right down into your push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, come right back up. Now we're going to go out to the side with our roundhouse kick so you can get them up to your belt. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, whoa, 5. Right back into push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to go 5 side kick. Think about again, foot position. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more push-ups. Just drop to your knees if you have to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, come on back up. We're going to try again a little later. Squat stretch. Back up straight. Lunge to one side. Keep this foot flat, leg straight. Switch. Again, foot is flat, toes pointing up. Turn knee lunge stretch. Really push forward. Straighten your leg out, push your chest down. Go the other way, knee lunge. Make sure you're taking nice deep breaths while you stretch. Point your toes up. How can everyone hear me, okay? Lean back, feet apart. All right, back up straight, knees are flat, toes are up. Reach over. Reach over to the other side. So they can hear you. All right. Come up to the middle.
Yeah, it's good.
Cross your arms. Try and get your elbows to the floor. If you can't do that, put your hands together and reach as far as you can. Reach and hold it. Breathe.
Is your email your contact?
Bring it in. Shake it out. Reach up and down towards your toes. Butterfly stretch.
And then you'll be able to lob.
Flap a little bit if you want. Get away with it, like I said, get away with it like you can. Feet out. One foot over, twist backwards. Work at your ankle. Switch, other knee, the other way.
Okay, see that real quick. So I can invite you.
Work at your ankle. And reverse. Come up to your knees. Put those hands up. We're going to go through that kicking drill again, right back into the front kick. Hands up here. Doesn't matter again which leg. Just get that knee up and get that kick out far. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Push-ups, 5, ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. Roundhouse, ready, pointing the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 5 more push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And side kicks, ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more push-ups. Drop your knees if you have to. This is how they should look. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And shake your wrist out a little bit. Arms out and up. Eating that today. Get yourself put together. This week we're going to work on tip review. We're going to start out with the red belt requirements, and then we're going to move on to the green belt requirements. Now, red belts, I'm expecting you to follow along the best you can. You may struggle with some of it, but the benefit of being in a class with the green belts, you learn what the green belts are doing sometimes, right? So let's get warmed up. Since most of our tips have to do with kata, let's get warmed up with our stances and our blocks. In fact, let's just get warmed up with the stances, because the stances are the most important part of your kata, because it holds everything up. Okay, so let's fly through them. Come on, take position. All right, we're going to start out front horse, obviously. Then we're going to go offset horse, side horse, cat stance, and back stance. So when you guys try and keep up. All right, right front horse. Ready? Straight. Recover. Let's go right into the left front horse. Straight. Recover. Keep up. Right offset horse. Stepping back with the right foot. Straight. Recover. Let's go left side offset horse. Straight. Recover. Go right side horse. Straight. Recover. Right into the left side horse. Straight. Recover. Right cat stance. Straight. Recover. Let's go left cat stance. Straight. Recover. Fifth and final stance. Back stance. Repair. Straight. Think about bending those knees. Get low. Recover. And left back stance, prepare, and lock. And recover. All right, now most of your tips that we're going to talk about today are going to involve doing kata. And the most important part of your kata is your stance. Right, now, quick question, we'll open up the question. I'm going to keep it to a minimum today, but I want to ask the first question. When we're doing our forms, which 2 stances out of the 5 are we going to use the most? Which 2 are we going to use out of the 5 the most when we're doing our forms? Green belts might have a better jump on the answer there. Oh, I see Ryan Bacon in there. Maybe the black belt will beat you guys to the answer.
Mike's on the big TV today, he said.
Oh, how do I look?
Probably better on the small screen. Oh,
all right, back stance. Back stance is one. What's the other one? Not front horse. Front horse, not too often.
Ooh,
offset horse. Stacey
Henry.
Henry with the answer. I don't know if it's Ace or Rhiannon, but no. Henry family gets the point. All right. So offset and back stance most of the time. Doesn't mean the other stances aren't going to be used, but you really want to focus on those 2 a lot of the times because they're going to be mainly what's used. Now, red belts, we're going to do all your katas, your tips in order today. So first tip, if you were watching the videos we put up last week, the last 3 blocks, double Shudo, Shaker, Nukiti, and Kuma 1. Second tip is going to be Kuma 2. All right, we'll go over all that first, and then we'll ask any questions, and then we'll get into the green belt stuff. Okay, so all 3 of these blocks that we're going to practice are going to move forward. Now, we'll do them individually, and then we'll do something to challenge you a little bit right after we do those blocks. All right, so we said double Shudo, Shaker, and Nukiti. I'm going to be facing the camera for the first part. Now, I'm going to say my right, when really, if you notice, I'm raising my left hand over here, but I'm going to do it like you're looking in the mirror. So even though I'm saying right, and you notice this is my left, follow along just like this, okay? So we're going to get into double Shudo first. So from your Kamachi position, we're going to go right double Shudo. So I'm going to prepare my left arm. I'm going to bring up the other one. I'm going to step forward with my left foot and get in a nice back swing. So as I step forward, I need to lean back with my back foot. Nice double Shudo up there. To recover, let's move a little faster. Prepare the left, step forward with the left. So your body should be facing the right side of your room. And recover. Let's go with the left double Shudo. I'm going to prepare my right arm, step forward with my right foot. Good. Arms up in front of the face. Recover. Let's go one more time a little faster. Prepare and block. Draw hand up high. Recover. Okay, so that was double shudo. We've been doing that since white belt with our side horse, right? So now we're going to do shaker blocks, similar to the augmented, but at the last second, my fist gets into my elbow for support there. So for the right side, we're going to prepare to our right. We're going to weave forward with our left foot. And then right at that last second, that fist gets in there. Recover. Let's try it again faster. Prepare and block. Recover. Left side the opposite. Prepare to the left. Step with your right. Recover. One more time. Prepare and block. Now I don't want to be here because the punch is coming on this side, so I want to push past my shoulders a little bit. Recover. All right, most tricky one, the kiwi. So we're going to take our left hand. We're going to pretend a punch is coming in. We're going to smack it down. Step forward with your right foot. Right spear right over top of your hand. Recover. Again. Block left. Step right. Recover. Again, left side's opposite. Block with the left, or excuse me, block with the right. Step with the left. Recover. Let's do that again. Block. Strike. All right. Now let's put all those together. Instead of practicing over and over, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, let's challenge ourselves. We're going to move forward 7, 8, 9. So we're going to go from double shudo to shaker to nukibi. Let's see if you guys can do it. Come on, stay position. So let's start with the right double shudo. So let's prepare our right arm. Excuse me here. I'm going to prepare my left arm. I'm going to step forward with my left foot. Block. Now we're going to weave forward into a shaker block. So as I weave forward, prepare to the left and block. I'm going to weave forward one more time. I'm going to block with the right, strike with the left. All right, let's see if we can do that again. Ready? Same side. Prepare. So we're going to prepare that left arm. Step forward and block. As we weave forward, prepare to the left and block. As we weave forward, block with the right, step with the left. And recover. So now we're going to do the opposite side. We're going to start with the left double shudo. Come on, stay position. So prepare your right arm. Step forward with the right foot. As you weave forward, prepare to the right side. Shaker. Match me. Look in that camera there. Now we're going to block with the left. Step with the right. Nukibi. Ready. One more time. Same side over there. Ready? Get set. Prepare to the right. Step forward with the right. Prepare to the right and weave forward. Block. Block with the left. Step with the right. So instead of maybe doing it over and over the same way, find a way to challenge yourself. 1, 2, 3. And start getting smooth and comfortable with those movements there. All right, before we move into the kata, are there any questions so far? Anyone need to see anything again? It's hot in here. All right, I'm doing good. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, so moving on then, since everyone seems like they're doing pretty good. Now we're going to take all those pieces. Yesterday with the white, yellow, and orange, we did the waza, the stances, the blocks, the pivot and turn, red belts. We just finished up all the pieces to your kata puzzle with those last 3 blocks, right? So we're going to get into Kuma 1 and Kuma 2. Simple patterns. We're going to do one thing, what we call up the bar, as we do the same thing down the bar. And then green belts as we get into your katas, it starts switching up a little bit. All right, so let's keep it pretty basic today. Kuma 1 and Kuma 2 are going to have 20 steps. And each kata is going to have some different moves. That's what presents the challenges. All right, so let's start out nice and easy with Kuma 1. Now for this, I'm going to turn my back to the camera, so it can kind of be like you guys are in my shoes doing the form. Now if you can see me in the mirror as we're doing it, see if you can watch what my arms are doing. I'm going to try to be very clear with my instructions. So just do your best to follow along if you're new to the form. If you're reviewing, hopefully you may be refreshing some things that you forgot a little bit. Okay? What's the most important thing before we start in your kata today? Most important thing. You gotta wait like 10 seconds or so before the answers start rolling in. Stance, that's right, Baconator. Glad you got that first. All right, so we're gonna get started. I want your legs shaking by the time we're done all these forms, right? Really root yourself like we were talking about yesterday. All right, Kuma 1, here we go. Also, if you can tell, I have on the floor, there's some red tape in the shape of a cross there. that is to help you maintain some direction when you're at home. Most katas are going to move on 90-degree angles, and in between those 90-degree angles, 45-degree angles, right? And if you have that cross on the floor, it kind of helps you stay true to those angles. So if you have access to some tape and you have a little bit of space in your living room there, I highly recommend that, especially for the lower belts. Really helps you maintain direction. All right, here we go. Kuma 1. All right, so we're going to start here. So most katas begin to the left. So we're going to cross our arms for an outside lock, back stance. Really low. We're going to cross our arms again, left shooter strike. We're going to look to the right and do an outside lock to the right, back stance. Cross your arms, shooter strike again. Now I'm going to take my left foot and move up the bar, that straight line on the tape. Down block. Weaving forward, rising head block. Weave forward, rising head. Weave forward, punch, big, oops. Pivot and turn. Step up, point over that shoulder. Turn, outside block, back stance. Shooter strike again, so we're repeating. Look to the right, outside block. Strike. Now I'm going to take my left foot, down block. Weave forward, rising head block. Weave forward, rising head block. Punch. Turn. Step up, point over your shoulder. Turn, block. Shooter strike. Block. And strike. You want to have a good strong finish. My right foot came in, and it comes out. Loose. And relax. All right, so pretty basic form. Kuma 1. How do we do? How do we do? Oh, hi, Jewel. Or hi, Kyron.
He was like, I was cheesecake.
Kuma 1. How do we do? Was I moving too fast? I think you did more than pretty good, Morgan. You probably did great. Yeah, I know I saw the videos, Jacksons. I love seeing you guys working hard there. All right, so moving on then, since you guys seem to be pretty good with Kuma 1. Kuma 2, now it's going to be a little different. Instead of block, strike, in place, it's going to be shooter block and then weave forward and punch. And then instead of the rising head blocks, we're going augmented blocks, all right? Be ready in a little bit to type in what Kuma 1 and Kuma 2 mean and how many steps they have, all right? We're going to do Kuma 2 right now.
No peeking now.
When I say position, on your spot. All right, so again, we're going to begin to the left, this time with a shooter block. So I have this left hand open, shooter block. Weave forward, punch. Now it's an offset. Now this changes my turn. Look to the right, step in, and step around, shooter block. So now right foot's forward. Weave forward and punch. Going up the bar, right? Look to the left. Down block, the left foot. Weave forward, augmented block from the left. Augmented from the right. Weave forward, punch. Oops. Step up, point. Turn, shooter block. Step and punch. Look to the right, turn to the right. Step in and around, block. Step punch. Now I'm going to look down the bar, down block with the left foot forward. Augmented block from the left side. Arms up high from the right side. Weave and punch. Oops. Pivot and turn again. Block. Step and punch. Now I'm looking to the right, I'm going to turn to the right. Step in, step around. Weave forward, punch. Now since my left foot moved last, we're going to step in with the left foot, step out, and back.
Morgan said you made her blush.
Oh. Kuma 2, how do we do? That one's a little more challenging for some of the newer red belts. Kuma 2, any trouble there? Anyone need us to go through it again? Good. Oh, so many goods. There you go, Christian. I see an awesome in there. Good is just so plain.
Morgan, put you guys kept freezing, so I just moved it.
Do you guys want to do it one more time? Yep, we'll do it one more time, of course. All right, I'll move a little bit slower this time, okay? Here we go. All right, we're set. All right, let's move to the left, right? Shooter block. Weave forward and punch. Now let's turn to the right. Step in, step around. Weave forward and punch. Let's look down the bar. Down block. Weave forward, augmented block. Augmented block. Punch. Pivot and turn. Block. Punch. Block. down block, left foot's forward, weave forward, augmented block, punch, pivot and turn, step up. If you have to point, still point, turn, shoot out. Nice back stance, punch, turn to the right and block, and punch, and recover. The thing that seems to challenge everyone with that kata is when you're going from here to here, and with this turn right here, my right foot has to step in, and my right foot steps around. Right? A lot of times it's people overthink it, and they look one way, and they turn the other way, but just think, right foot in, right foot around. Right? A little way to help you think about that a little bit. How was that? A little better? Okay. Very good, very good. Now, keep in mind, too, we're going to do our best to keep uploading these right when we're done the day after or so, and you can refer back to these videos for, I think, a couple weeks in case you need to again. And
I'll have it up same night.
you know, we're going to try and get it up same night, but for some reason, our internet upload speeds have been, like, terrible lately, and I don't know why. So, Kuma 2, we're good? Who wants to type in what it means and how many steps they both had? They both mean the same thing, and they both had the same amount of steps. All people's Korean karate form, 20 steps each. Very, very good. Oh, I see these black belts giving the lower belts a run for their money. Don't be too proud. Take the answers. All right, so we're going to move on to green belt tipping. Now, red belts, those were your tips. Last 3 blocks, double shudo, shaker, nukiti, and Kuma 1. Second tip, Kuma 2. Now, there's going to be self-defense and belt concepts and bully techniques that are all going to be a part of promotion and process like that. But for tipping purposes, just those blocks and those katas. All right, green belts. We're going to get into tipping for you guys. You start gold tipping, meaning you do one tip, you do that tip. You come in to do the next tip, you have to repeat your previous tips because we want to see that you've been improving, right? So first tip on green belt, Nihonzuki, your first Shotokan drill. First tip, Nihonzuki and Chungji. Second tip is going to be Nihonzuki and Chungji, adding on Dangun. And then gold tip is going to be Nihonzuki, Chungji, Dangun. And then for gold tip, you're going to show us how to tie your belt, shoulder grab, back fist and back kick, and double ankle. We're going to work on just the forms in the Shotokan drill today. Okay, so red belts, do your best. You're going to have the benefit of being a stronger green belt before you even get there. Okay, so Nihonzuki, your Shotokan drill, 2-step punching drill. It's going to help you improve different areas of your forms that you're going to get into at blue and purple belt. Okay, so let's do it. We're going to get started. So Nihonzuki, 2-step punching drill. So we're in a kamachi position. All right, we're going to prepare with that left arm first. Now, if I'm doing the right side, my right foot's going to be moving. Step back, rising head block. Strong offset. Now I'm going to do a right front kick and then a right punch as that foot goes back. So put your block up there. We're going to do that kick punch together. Ready? Go. Recover. All right, the left side is going to be with the left foot. So we're going to prepare the right arm. Step back with your left foot. Rising head block. Nice and slow here. Left kick. Left punch. All right, let's put it together. Ready? Go. Recover. All right, let's go back one more time. We're going to do it a little bit faster. I want you to put maybe some key sounds in there. Let your neighbors hear it, right? We're going to go extra hard, right? Get set. Right side, Nihonzuki. So the right foot moves. Ready? 1, 2. Recover. All right, left side, a little faster. Prepare. 1, 2. And recover. There's going to be katas at a higher level. Like I said, we're going to be moving on 45-degree angles. There's going to be a lot of kicks and different technical moves like that. So you really want to get used to kicking, punching, maintaining your stance at the same time. Right? So Nihonzuki. Chungji, Dangun. What type of katas are they? I know I said I keep the questions to a minimum. But what types are they? We practice 2 types. The Heians, I just referred to. Now we're going to practice Chungji and Dangun. Your first what? What types of katas? I'm having a blast too, Morgan. I'm glad you're having fun. Eungs, very good. Eung, spelling does not count. It's okay. Eungs, right? Non-traditional Korean Taekwondo forms. Most of our katas are going to be Eungs, right? Taekwondo forms. So let's do Chungji. It's going to have a lot of turns. Just think of it simply. When my right punches out, I'm going to turn to the right. When my left punches out, I'm going to turn to the left. If you have that tape on the floor, it's really going to come in handy for this kata to maintain your directions. Okay? So we have 4 down blocks first, followed by 4 outside blocks. Let's do it. All right, again, red belts, do your best. All right, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for you. We're set. We're going to look and prepare to go left again, down block. Weave forward, punch. Now we're looking to the right, just like Kuma 2. Step in, step around, do a down block. Weave forward and punch. Now we're going up the bar again. So that left punches out, we're turning left. Down block, just 1 turn. Weave forward and punch. Now we're going to go to the right, 2 turns, meaning 1 tape, cross there, and then all the way to the back. Down block. Weave forward and punch. Now I'm going to look to the left. My left punches out, so I'm just going to step right to the left. Outside block now, changing to a back stance. Weave forward, punch. Right punches out, so we're going to look to the right. If you want to point, it helps. We're going to go 2 turns. 1, 2. Weave forward, punch. Now if you go left, outside block, back stance out, just 1 step. Weave forward, punch. Looking right, turn to the right, 2. 1, 2 to the front. Now if you look, I'm right on that line on that tape there. 2 punches forward, 1, 2. Now 2 punches back, 3, 4. Oops. Step up, recover. All right, and relax. How did we do? It's really a simple kata, but a lot of times we overthink it. 1 point equals 1 piece of cheesecake. I like it. Yeah, that one is tough, Morgan. That's why we start you guys off with Kuma 1 and Kuma 2. And most traditional Taekwondo schools, you'll learn Chung Ji first, I believe. It's one of the earlier forms.
Ryan said this was super easy for him.
It should be pretty easy for you, Ryan. If it wasn't easy for you, I'd be worried.
Can we do it again?
Yeah, we can absolutely do it again. All right, not bad. Oh, stop it, Morgan. You're here. All right, here we go. Chung Ji, one more time. We'll move slow, just like Kuma 2. All right, ready? We're going to look and prepare. Down block. Weave forward, punch. Step in with your right foot, out with your right foot, down block. Step punch. Up the bar, down block. Punch. Looking right, turning right, in and around, down block. Punch. Now we're going left, outside block. Back stance now. Punch. Look for your punch. Don't look around. Look right through that punch. Stay focused. Looking right, turning right, outside block. Weave forward, punch. Now we're going left, block. Punch. Right arm is out, going right. Stepping in and around, block. 2 forward, 1, 2, 2 back, 3, and 4. Step up, recover. How did we do that time? A little better?
You had to just make sure you stay, that you don't pass the.
What are they having a hard time with, Michelle? Kind of walking through the forms, their direction? That's all right, Morgan. It's a green belt kata. And don't be so hard on yourself. Everything? All right. If you want, after today, if you want to go back again and look over the lesson after we're done, and if you're still having some hard time, message us privately, and we'll work over some specifics, Michelle. If we have to, we'll send you a little private video there, and we'll work through a couple things, all right? But we're going to keep it moving the best we can. If they're having a hard time with, like, Nihon Zuki and Chung Ji, they're still newer green belts, so I'll give them a little bit of time there, all right? A little bit better? Okay. So we're going to move on. It's all right. You know, we're all going to have those days, right? It's early in the week still, so we have time to get better there, right? Well, if you're hard on yourself, you're always going to expect the best, and that's not a bad thing, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to keep on moving. We're going to press forward into Dangun. Now, red belts, if you remember your form, like the pattern, a little bit of Kuma 2, Dangun will be easy for you to learn because it follows that same left, right, 4 steps up the bar, turn, and then 4 steps down the bar. The only thing is you don't repeat the same thing twice, all right? So Dangun, It has 20 steps, just like the rest of the other 3 katas we worked on today. Again, really push hard into those stances, all right? We're going to do Dan-gun. The punches are going to be high. Now we have a U block after our first turn, and we're going to include a double block when we go down the bar. All right, so let's do it. Oy. Here we go. Come out, stay position on your mark. So now, again, both katas beginning to the left. This time with a double shudo. Both hands are open. We forward, high punch to the nose. Look to the right, step in, step around, shudo, double shudo. We forward, high punch. We're going to look up the bar, down block. Now we're going to do 3 punches. 1, 2, 3. Here's the turn. Stepping up, turning, and U block, back stance. My left foot should be forward. We forward, high punch. We're going to look to the right, step in, turn, and U block. We forward, high punch. Look down the bar. Now it's a double block. We're going to go down block, twist, rise, and head block. So let's go. 1, 2. We forward, rise, and head block. Look, I'm still on that line there. That's my direction. We forward, rise, and head block. And one more block at the end of the bar. Now we're going to step up and turn, shudo strike. High punch. Now we're going to look to the right, turn, and strike. If you have that tape, look, you should be going that same direction as that one line there. And high punch. We're going to step in and recover. All right, this is a really great tool if you guys have some tape at home. How do we do that one? Has a lot to remember in there. Good. Awesome. All right. So those are all the tip requirements from red belt to green belt. The last 3 blocks, Kuma 1, Kuma 2. Should Harris practice with a blue belt? If you guys want to tune into the different classes, that's up to you. A lot of the stuff will be a little challenging, but I'm not going to discourage that. The only thing is, if a lot of people tune into certain times, it does slow down the bandwidth a little bit. But I have no problem with any belt level, tuning in any belt level just to get a little work, see ahead a little bit, have a challenge. And I think he's actually just getting ready to move to blue. So I mean that wouldn't be a bad. I think he was on March promotion. So yeah, jump into the blue belts. And we were talking about getting those belts done up for all the March promotion people, and we'll see what we can do about getting them to you guys. We may mail them to you, just keep you guys pumped and know that we didn't forget about you. All right, your promotion day did happen. So red belts, last 3 blocks, Kuma 1 first tip, Kuma 2 second tip, green belts first tip, Nihonzuki Chungji, second tip, Dan-gun, gold tip, adding on your self-defense, tying your belt properly, right? Shoulder grab, back fist, back kick, double ankle, right? Hopefully you guys were applying yourself during your forms. I get very sweaty and out of breath from doing katas. I hope you guys were doing the same. I didn't ask yet, what is the meaning of Chungji and the meaning of Dan-gun? The meaning of Chungji and both Dan-gun. Just type the answers in together. Heaven and Earth, Chungji, very good. And you're a very fast typer, Ryan. Very good, Mia. And legendary founding father of Korea. That's right, Chris. Autocorrect.
Sure.
I had a final thought here. I don't know. That's right. It's all right, Sal. Those are green belt questions. There are different ways of practicing your forms, right? There's stages in learning your kata. You have to know the name and the meaning. You have to memorize the moves, and you have to polish those moves, knowing not what comes next. You already know that. You're thinking about how you're doing that current move. Now, keep look out over the next day or two. We have a video we're going to put out with 3 different ways you can practice your kata. One is what I call speed kata. You don't really think about your stances. You just fly through it to see how well you know the moves. The second one is slow-mo kata. You go as super slow motion as you can through each and every move. And then the third one is just practicing just with your stance. Hook your hands in your belt and really focus on your feet, what your feet are doing. Because there's a big difference sometimes in doing your kata with the arms and without the arms. You can really feel the deficiencies or where your stances might need a little bit of work. All right, so I hope you guys had a lot of fun today. Enjoy the rest of your week. Tune into some of the higher belt level stuff. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to message us privately. We'll work through some things if we have to. We'll send you some private videos answering some questions, whatever we have to do. All right, I hope you guys had some fun today.